Well, hello, Scorpio, and welcome back to Divine Rebel. My name is Racey, and I'm going to be doing the reading for you today. For those of you who are not familiar with the channel, this is a general reading. It may or may not resonate with you. Take what does, leave what doesn't. This is a who the heck are you dealing with reading, which means I am going to be going through your dealings, between you and an Aries, between you and a Taurus, between you and a Gemini, all the way through Pisces. All right, so you can get an idea of who it is, and what's going on with them as it relates to you, okay? Scorpio and Scorpio could be you dealing with yourself. You can also look at the planetary placements in your chart. If you have really strong placements in certain signs, you can take them as your own energy as well. So, however it resonates with you. Energy is fluid. Things can be reversed. All right, we know how it goes. Okay, I do use profanity. So, if you do have children or just don't prefer that kind of language, and respectfully, you can sign off now. Okay, so let's get started. Scorpio, you dealing with an Aries. Scorpio dealing with an Aries. Right? Dealing with a Taurus. Scorpio dealing with a Taurus. Scorpio dealing with a Gemini. Whoa. 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 Scorpio dealing with a Gemini. It's way too many. Scorpio, you and a Gemini having it out? What the hell is going on? Universe, there we go. That's what it comes down to. Give me a clarifier for that, universe. One. I know you want to give it to me. Scorpio dealing with our Gemini as well. All right, Scorpio dealing with Cancer. Scorpio dealing with Cancer. Scorpio dealing with Cancer. There we go. Scorpio dealing with a Leo. Scorpio dealing with a Leo. Oh, I think someone's waking up. All right. We got some extra cards for that. Scorps, what is going on between you and Virgo? Between you and Libra. Between you and a Libra. All right, Scorpio with your own energy. Scorpio and Scorpio. Scorpio dealing with Sag. Scorpio dealing with Sagittarius. Scorpio dealing with Capricorn, Aquarius, and Pisces. Okay. All right. Top of the deck, we do have the Knight of Wands. Bottom of the deck, we have the King of Swords in the reverse on the back side. So overall, Scorpio, your energy, you're ready to move forward, possibly solo. You are riding your unicorn. You're feeling like you are making your own magic. The backside of this is the hard truth, right? That's the hard truth. You're moving forward because you know that there's a hard reality, a harsh reality back there, and there's not much that you can do about it except move forward, right? There's nothing else you can do. So moving forward. Scorpio dealing with Aries. Aries energy comes out with the sun. Here comes the sun. Doo, doo, doo. Here comes the sun. I said it's all right. Scorpio. It's all good. This Aries energy, I think it's definitely brightening up your day. I think that Maybe you've been thinking a lot, contemplating a lot about your connection with this person. Maybe went inwards about it. You know, this could be someone with strong Aries in their chart too. You know, take it how it resonates. But I feel like you've definitely given a lot of thought to the potential of this. I think you've given it a lot of consideration, and I think that ultimately this is confirmation from the universe letting you know this is good for you, right? This is a part of the authentic path where you're at right now. You know, if it feels good, continue to do it, right? I think you've done a lot of inner work, and I think that you deserve this, and if you're considering the potential of it, then this is your go ahead for it. You know, make sure that when you're done with this inner work that you've truly wrapped it up. You know, that you've figured out the inner stuff before you move forward, because this is definitely worth it. Okay? If you're dealing with a Taurus, we have the Page of Cups on the back side. This is my apology card, coming in at a very slow pace, but coming in. If you're dealing with a Taurus, you or them, I think that apology is long overdue, and I think it's finally coming in. They might have strong Pisces energy in their chart too. I think someone's thinking about it. Like right now, I don't even think it's come in yet. I think they're still thinking about it, and it's like a very slow process for them. Because I feel like their immaturity, it's them having to mature and accept, you know, taking ownership of whatever it is that they did, that they're apologizing for. It was 646 on the timer. So if you follow numbers or palindromes and number patterns and things like that, you know, look that up. 646. But yeah, Taurus. I think Scorpio with Taurus is either going to apologize or you're going to apologize to a Taurus, but it's an apology that's long overdue. Okay, if you're dealing with a Gemini, now the cards were flying when I started shuffling for Gemini with you, Scorpio. So the Gemini that's in your space, we have the 6 of coin. So someone was giving and giving and giving and creating the perfect world for someone, and they're not a part of it. They're not a part of it. They've created this whole world. They've built this whole dream. They've created every detail only to realize they're not a part of it, right? They're too big for it. You know, it's like people are on ground level, and this is like high elevated state of being. Like your state is bigger and you've given so much and you just have no place in it anymore. Now, that comes out with the Devil and the Ace of Swords. And so, you know, Scorpio, you might be very tempted to slay a bitch. You might be very tempted to let your demons out and that sting come out like, fuck you, bitch. Like, fuck you. Like, hardcore. Like, go for the gold. Go for the glory. Like, cut a bitch. I'm hearing cut a bitch. Like, whoa. Someone pissed Scorpio off. Yo, I feel bad for Gemini, yo. You pissed the Scorpio off that bad? Damn, because they're looking at your head on a spike like a fucking victory. I don't mean to laugh, yo. I really don't. Oh, man. Scorpio. Gemini. Yeah, man. Someone is letting that communication fly. Like, they are not sorry. They're taking no prisoners. Like, they're ready to slay that motherfucker down. Yo, Scorpio, more power to you. All right, Scorpio, if you're dealing with a Cancer, moving forward, if you're dealing with a Cancer, we have the 4 of Cups. And so, you know, maybe, and there's, you know, the crab there is the Cancer symbol there too. So, you know, with this Cancer energy, I feel like, you know, especially if you have strong Cancer in your chart, I'm feeling like there's definitely reflecting on a missed opportunity. reflecting on a missed opportunity where maybe the shadow aspects of self, whether it was you or them, got in the way, or both. You know, maybe both of your shadows got the better of you. But I feel like with the Justice card coming out with it, that's coming back into balance. That's whatever truth needs to be spoken, whatever needs to be said. I think people are going to be speaking from their inner truth. You know, they're not going to be talking on or about the reality of things or the practicality of things. I feel like this is someone really reflecting on a missed opportunity and bringing real communication and justice forth with the emotional that was missing before. You know, if there was like an imbalance where someone gave more at one time and now they're kind of looking back at it like, damn, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like it's hard for them to admit it. So if you're dealing with a Cancer, that could be you or them. It might be something hard to really admit, you know, that you missed out on something really good, you know, because of your own inner stuff, you know. If you're dealing with a Leo, we got a lot of cards came out for Leo too. We got the Magician leading it. So someone is manifesting, right? Scorpio, if you're dealing with a Leo or someone with strong Leo in their chart, someone is manifesting a brand new beginning, wishing on a star, pulling out all the stops, like getting all of their elements out, like they're getting all the ingredients ready to make shit happen. And we do have him holding a twin flame, the double flamed candle in this deck. So something's manifesting on a very high level, something that's manifesting from divine duality within the self, right? Because he's one. The Magician is one, right? It's divine union within the self. So we get the Knight of Cups, we get the Queen of Pentacles, and we get the Knight of Pentacles. All right, now these energies, the way they've come out. Okay. Someone's manifesting. Now, it looks like with this Knight of Cups, in the Knight, right, which means it's on a subconscious level or an unconscious level that they're manifesting, you know, with this cup, this emotional cup that the Knight of Cups offers. They're really thinking about manifesting some kind of communication, right? Some kind of emotional communication. I feel like they're manifesting that. They're manifesting heart-to-heart kind of conversations. Now, the two energies that are in broad daylight, right? The two characters that I believe are truly manifesting, speaking to each other, is someone who is super cautious, super protective of self, like self-preservation. Like they look around every corner a dozen times before they realize it's okay, it's safe. You know, they're even nervous poking their head to see. Like they don't even want to know if it's safe. Like they're just safer on this side in general. Like why move forward at all? So you know, you have someone who's like, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. And you have someone who's like, yes, but if you nurture it, it could be better. If you nurture it, it can grow. If you give it a chance and you provide it the right conditions, you know, it could be fruitful for you. You know, because she's all about the harvest. She's all about birthing things and creating things and nurturing things. You know, I look at her in this deck as, you know, almost like the true empress, where it comes to partnerships. Like this is someone who's very nurturing and more, I feel like they're much more mature, where this one's very, you know, this person's very scared. But there's definitely some kind of manifestation going on in the subconscious is kind of pulling you to have a heart-to-heart conversation and get real. Like this Knight of Pentacles energy, Scorpio, if you're dealing with a Leo, I think someone's getting the courage to kind of talk. I think they're manifesting it to the point where you might run into each other somewhere, like small world, or you might be inspired by something, you know, that prompts somebody to reach out. But it might even be you. Like if you identify with the feminine energy, with the hawk as the messenger, you know, like you're the one that holds the communication, the ability to communicate, because the other person is, it's almost like they're so cautious they don't know what to say and they won't say anything. Okay. If you're dealing with a Virgo, we have the Judgment card. And with this, I feel like if you were dealing with a Virgo, they are facing an awakening moment right now where they're being judged. You know, their choices are being judged by the divine. What path did you take? What choices did you make? Okay, what consequences are there to pay because of, you know, whatever energy or intention they were holding, you know, or they have low frequency, were they in fear state over the last however many choices that got them to where they are, you know, that's now the divine is saying, okay, well, you know, is it you shall pass or this too, it'll pass. You know, and it's like the divine is like, you know, it's like this awakening moment. So I feel like someone is most definitely facing the reality of their choices. If you're dealing with a Virgo, you are dealing with the reality of your choices with them or vice versa. All right. If you're dealing with a Libra, we have the Wheel of Fortune. And in this reverse of the card, you know, it's a feminine energy, and she's got the paw of a lion. You know, this is the inner strength of the self, the inner strength of the intuition, the inner strength of the heart space that's finally causing this wheel to turn in your favor. So if you're dealing with a Libra or someone with strong Libra energy, this is the divine feminine within, you know, especially if they have Leo, like strong feminine Leo in their chart, like Leo Venus in their chart or something like that. Or Leo moon, like this energy is working in your favor, right? Following your intuition and making that your strength is turning divine fortune in your favor when it comes to a Libra, okay? When it comes to a Libra. Scorpio, dealing with a Scorpio, we have the Ten of Swords. And it's on the back side of the card. Now, when I see the eclipse, it reminds me of the moon card on the back side, where it's like this divine healing energy, right, rising up from the depths of your emotional, you know, turbulence underneath the surface, your emotional currents, and rising up and healing from it and bringing the light up from the depths, eclipsing the sun. You know, this is about really facing how you sabotage yourself, Scorpio, taking off your armor, allowing yourself to be vulnerable, allowing yourself to be your authentic self, you know, without necessarily shining high def on all of your flaws. You know, you're allowed to be. You're allowed to be lit in beautiful dim lighting and look and appear flawless. You know, you don't have to put on, you know, this protective armor to hide all of your little details that maybe you don't find so attractive. You know, you don't have to protect yourself. You know, you don't have to feel like you're going to get burned in the sun. You know, like you're okay. You know, when you drop your guard and you're not so afraid of being hurt, you know, because the Scorpion, I mean, you do have an exoskeleton, you know, your armor, you wear it on the outside, it's a part of your being. It's like shedding it, you know, it's like getting rid of the armor and allowing yourself to be soft and be vulnerable and not be so hard and scary, you know, to be around or date or relate to, you know what I mean? It's about ease. I'm looking at this as like easing up on yourself. So if you're dealing with another Scorpio, it's about being easy. It's about taking off the armor and not feeling like you have to guard yourself or defend yourself. You know, you don't have to protect yourself so hard. You're not as fragile as you think. You can handle a lot. You don't need it. You know, you don't need it. If you're dealing with a Sagittarius, we have the Four of Pentacles with the Death card. And the sides of these cards is what is most beautiful about it, because the Four of Pentacles, and this side is about having your feet to the fire because of getting lost in your own mind. This one is about seeing things clearly, looking out the window and seeing the divine order of things. This is about seeing opportunity for structure, for the foundation. You know, the Four Towers is like the Four of Wands. It's four solid structures. It's stability. It's seeing that and not holding on to the things that keep you all fucked up in your head. You know, this is about letting go of that. And with the death card on this side, you're not facing the harsh reality of your ego anymore. You know, this is about letting the old self die and being reborn and into this new light. You know, we have the twin towers in the back from the moon card, the chariot card. You know, they have all of these different moon energies in there. I believe even there's another card that has the two towers in it in this deck, but this is one of them. And she's just free dancing in the sun. You know, this isn't the moon. This is the sun. She's in her authentic self now. She's been reborn. You know, this, so whatever the Sagittarius energy is, it's helping you really find your authentic self. It's letting the old self go, burying the old self, facing the harsh communications, you know, with the raven, you know, on the skull. You know, it's accepting the dark truth of the past that's dead, and moving forward into your new light and dancing in your new authentic self. You know, this is your divine feminine inner being, your intuition, your highest self, you know, coming into light and being free. And it's all coming from releasing, you know, releasing that which, you know, you were holding on to that was keeping you nuts. You know, it was keeping you nuts. So then if you're dealing with a Capricorn, we have the Seven of Cups. Seven of Cups in this side. I feel like if you're dealing with a Capricorn energy, it's like there's so many options, and none of them look good. And so it's like you feel like you have no option, right? All of these choices and yet no choices. There's no win-win on the table. And you're like, what the fuck do I do? Because no matter what I do, no matter how many solutions I come up with, I'm always fucking on the short end somewhere. You're like, so I always need something that I don't have and can't get. Like, you know, all of these potentials and no possibles. And it's about flipping this around and realizing there's a way that you don't say, and trusting in the divine, you know, dealing with a Capricorn, you know, and vice versa. They could be like, they might want to get to you and there might be so many things running through their mind. There's just a million doubts running around in it, you know, stumping every cup. It's like, what do I do? It's having too many choices and none of them are really good ones. Okay. You're dealing with an Aquarius. We got the Six of Swords. I feel like it's 22:22 on the clock. If you're dealing with an Aquarius, Scorpio, this is someone who is coming out of the dark past, who is moving out of something that was no longer, even though like it could work, you know, like living in a cave, in fishing could work. It's like, what else is out there? I feel like somebody finally took their Ace of Cups, you know, maybe the gentleman energy, the masculine energy was kind of holding on to his cup, and he's given it to her. It's like, come on, let's go start a life. Like, come on, I'm going to give you my cup. You know, this is the King of Cups saying, here's my emotional cup. You got it. Hold it. Keep it safe for me. And it's like she's holding that cup, making sure it stays filled. Like, she's not going to let anything happen, as he's in control, you know, and deciding where they go. And they're both going into the unknown, you know. I feel like if you're dealing with an Aquarius, someone's making huge strides to make progress forward with you, or you're making strides for them, you know, take it how it resonates. Yeah, I feel like someone's stepping up to the plate, and I feel like both of you know it's going to be like a long journey, but you're there for each other. You both have your parts. You both have your roles to play. Okay? And if you're dealing with a Pisces, we have the Nine of Pentacles with the Three of Swords. So if you're dealing with a Pisces, or you have Pisces energy in your chart, you might be feeling really heartbroken over the fact that someone is single and doing really well. You know, Pisces energy, someone might be single and prospering and like in this beautiful garden, natural, you know, manifesting beauty of the universe. And you know, and maybe you're sad because you wish you were either with them, or they wish, you know, they're seeing you in this way and they wish they were with you, or, you know, maybe being a little envious and jealous that maybe someone is doing so well that you used to be with, and maybe kind of kicking yourself, right? Or maybe they're kind of kicking themselves, because you're doing so well now, and they maybe blew it. And I feel like if you're dealing with someone who has strong Pisces in their chart, it's like, damn. It's like you can't even really be happy for this person doing so well because you're almost kind of mad at, I'm getting this almost kind of mad at yourself energy, you know, or they're mad at themselves energy. Feeling like maybe you broke their heart. Now you're doing so well. Like you broke their heart and now you're doing so well. You know, it's that kind of energy. You know, and it's wanting to be a part of it, maybe camping, part of it. Like it sucks to see them single. It sucks to see them like happy without you. You know, it's that kind of energy. So, Scorpio, you know, that's a way to end it. I mean, at least somebody's doing really well. You know, the rabbit card is there. Someone might be freaking out thinking that because you're single, you're having sex with other people. Somebody could genuinely be freaking out about that, like wondering if you still love them, if you're still their one, even though you're very single and okay by yourself. Like you are hella okay, good by yourself. Nine of Pentacles energy, you know, and the rabbit there is like for fertile. It's fertility. It's a symbol of, you know, the spring and everything that's going on right now. Like someone might be hella nervous that you fucking somebody else, you know, so take it how it resonates, guys. If anybody wants more information or extra cards and things like that on this reading and all the others that I do, you can find me on Facebook at Divine Rebel Readings. I do the Zodiac Extendeds, and they're, you know, intended for definitive time. So these ones are timeless. They catch you when they're meant to catch you. The ones that I do on Facebook in the extended group are based on specific times that were, you know, if you go back and watch them in hindsight, they make sense in hindsight. All right. So with that said, guys, until next time, love each other, and most importantly, love yourselves. Bye.